Hello, welcome to another UTS Startups Confessions. This is slightly distracting. Which we will explain in a second. We have the underwater version and the long-range aerial version, which are only some of the things that you're working on. But we'll pan back in 30 seconds. What is Droidex?
Well, Droidex is an unmanned systems company. So we make innovative robotic solutions to make complex problems into simplified human-driven solutions.
Okay. There's a lot in that, and we'll get into what that actually means. So take us back. Who were you before Droidex?
So we were both classmates from our undergrad, used to do small prototypes and working together. And before Droidex, we were just students with some prototypes. So after having started our company Droidex, so we became kind of a company. So we make a real problem that can able to solve real world problems.
Okay, but take us through that, because so coming to Australia, doing a master's in...
So we did masters in engineering management and as well as manufacturing technology. So we were very passionate on manufacturing and mechanical engineering backgrounds. So we pursued 2 degrees in order to gain more knowledge on advanced robotics in the world actually. So while working on that during our capstone projects, so we had this idea of developing advanced drones. And we landed up making some world-class drones based on the experience that we gained from UTS at the time during our masters actually.
Okay, and what exactly was that capstone project?
So I think Mr. Muni will give you more details on the capstone project.
To brief about capstone project, we did our underwater drone with useful cases for doing the inspection, ship hull inspection robot, which can able to eliminate divers. For the divers, it will be more risky for them to do the underwater inspections. So for that, we end up building a solution which can able to solve all the problems for the divers. The only one robot is a platform kind of thing, which we can able to use it for multiple applications for all the underwater industries.
Okay. Was that autonomous?
So it's all autonomous thing which can able to operate on a semi-autonomous level. Only a single pilot needs to be doing the inspection, which we can able to set up all the waypoints and can able to do all the inspection by itself, and we can able to get a report by end of the inspection.
Okay, that's
so it's a simple,
incredible capstone project. Most people though do that capstone and then walk away and do something else. You didn't. Tell me about what happened after that.
Yeah.
So what happened is we came from a city which is called Detroit of South Asia. So lot of automobile companies are there. So we were brought up in an area where where there are a lot of automobiles and self-made vehicles. Like most of an engineering background, diversified people out there. So while doing capstone, so we want to make something physical, right? Since we come from mechanical engineering background, so we started working on various prototypes, and at the time there was a rise in 3D printers and all, so we can able to make very large prototypes in very less cost. So we have used those kind of technology to build our prototypes at the time during our capstone, and even our professors and UTS startups at the time have given various insights in turning that as a prototype to make a good aesthetic MVP model kind of thing, where we gained that knowledge from UTS startups at that time, and we are here actually today from where we started.
I think it's easier when you start with something as impressive as what you had back then. Tell us about that first customer that you had for that.
Yeah, the first customers, see, the thing is that we were asked to find some good scalable problems. So that was our first task. So while working on that idea, so we met different customers, to find any problem that we can able to solve. And we found a manual diver, having all these different 40 plus gadgets to stay in underwater to do a minor inspection for 15 minutes. So he has to prepare himself for almost 1 or 2 hours to get into water. It's in freezing waters. So when we saw that, we talked with them, and there can be robotic solutions that can able to make their life easier, and even to make that inspection. So it should be precision. So when a person who is taking risk of his life to do various inspections, I thought a robot can able to replace the need of a diver, but the same diver can able to easily operate our robot instead of so that we can make him to use his time wisely. Instead of preparing, we can directly deploy our solution and get the valuable data of the inspection using our robot.
Okay. And that obviously lit a fire to do more.
Yes. So at the time, it was like a product to do specific tasks. Each robot will do specific task. But later on, we applied a platform thinking into our product. So which has become, with minor plug and play integrations, it might be aerial or underwater. So we have applied a concept called platform thinking. So using minor change in custom sensors, the same underwater robot can be used for dam inspection, ship hull inspection, and even underwater repair activities like that. And even on the aerial side, the same drone that is here can able to used for agriculture spraying and pesticide spraying, and even for delivery of critical logistics. So different applications can be used on this platform drone itself.
So you were applying the autonomous systems that you developed, which I understand were proprietary systems.
That's right. So while creating Droidex itself, we were in an idea that it should be an unmanned systems company. So we believe the future is going to be autonomous and unmanned systems. So with that idea, we started working on a technology called robotic operating system. So while having that technology, which made us to do different versions of products, aerial, land, or underwater. Any robots we can able to make with our platform and proprietary operating system. So its data reliability is there, and since we have developing it in-house, so the cost of the product is also under control. So there are a lot of advantages we have over that technology that we have.
But also you didn't stop there. It's not just a flying drone. What else does it do, and why?
Yeah, and why? So in underwater, let me explain. So it was not a product. So what we have done is nature is the best engineers, right? So what we did is we carefully studied how turtles used to move underwater. So turtle is the only underwater organism it can able to move in any direction with quick, easy maneuverability. And so we concentrated on that. We have took some biomimicry concepts with turtles movements, and we incorporated in our underwater robot as a platform. And also it is high maneuverable. It can able to move in any direction with any wavy environment, any strong currents. Also we can able to deploy our underwater actually. And again on aerial, we are having our proprietary hybrid technology, so which makes our drone to fly continuously for almost 1 hour without refueling. So that's one of the a big advantage we have. Well, compared to other alternate ones in the market, you need to replace battery for every 8 minutes. So there, using our proprietary tech, we can able to continuously almost 5 times higher endurance we can able to operate with our tech.
Okay.
To add on to that, we have developed, as we are strong in propulsion system, we have balanced battery as well as engine in a special way that it can able to combine both together for longer endurance. As well as we have developed the microprocessor kind of a chip which can able to do autonomous flight computations, and all the processing unit can be combined into a single processing chip. So this kind of chip can be used both in aerial, underwater, and surface platform also we can able to use it. So the single chip thing can able to accommodate in all the industries. So both, as we are strong in software as well as hardware, the propulsion system will be our core technology in developing in future also.
There's probably interesting applications from the power supply as well. Yes. Talk a little bit about those.
So we have carefully studied doing the battery as well as for the engine also. So when we compare the battery to the engine, for flying for 8 minutes, if you require 2 batteries, if you want to fly for more than 1 hour, we require almost 20 batteries. The weight of the batteries will be almost 60 to 80 kgs. So that much of weight can't be handled with the single drone. So if you want to reduce the weight of the batteries, we thought of using higher energy density power supply. So why can't we use engine? So we have tested with the engine, and similar results have been produced. But some minor setbacks has been. We got some minor setbacks, like some problems in the engine means it may lead to failure. So why can't we combine both the batteries as well as the engine combinedly, so that we can able to develop a new hybrid system which can able to operate for longer, even with all the failures, safety failures also, it can able to operate for higher endurance. So that's how we build this drone.
But can you also power more energy-intensive tasks as a result?
Yeah, it can able. It has a tons of excess supply also, which we can able to use it for add-ons like sensors and other kind of integration devices. It can able to power itself actually. From the drone itself, we can able to power all the sensors, all the things we can able to do it with that hybrid system.
Probably cool AI stuff as well.
Yeah, because the AI stuff needs high competition software needs high competition power. So the power has to be delivered from the drone only. So as we built a hybrid propulsion, it can able to deliver much higher energy to the drone also for other things.
This is like incredible for people that were master's students 4 years ago. How do you compare now to other things that are available in the market?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, our strong USP is our hybrid tech here, and also the end use cases, right? So our propulsion system is being used to deploy in various. For example, this as an agriculture drone has a lot of different sensors integrated to it. It not only spray, at the same time it can able to compute and make sure if any disease attacked to the crops, and crop health can be monitored simultaneously while spraying itself. So those kind of add-ons we have made onto our drone, since we have the higher endurance. Complex AI can also be programmed while running on the machine itself. So these kind of add-ons given our customer, we want our customer to be data driven, or underwater or aerial, or wherever our solutions are deployed. So data's in a proper way when it's studied, so we can able to do various prevention in early stage detection itself. So it can able to make like our product users to decide what's best for the system in very early stages itself.
Okay. It's also impressive to me how you've managed to raise funding for this. So as a hardware company, everyone says hardware is hard and it's impossible to raise money for. Talk us through how you raised money for this.
Yeah, so actually, so we accidentally started our venture in India, as we were supposed to, after finishing our masters, so we have to start in Sydney itself. It was our core idea. So unfortunately, due to COVID, we got stuck up there, and we only had the knowledge that we gained during our masters and some prototype ideas that we had on our mind. So we started making good prototypes from there on, and so we closely associated with various startup ecosystem actually, and there were some programs where we applied in top 800 applicants. So we have been selected as top 20 performing startups. So while competing with different startups there, we found good investors. So initially, while we are just students, we were very limited knowledge on VCs and fundraising and all. So it was Mr. Peter Davison and you actually have given some knowledge and referred me various books to study to learn about venture capitalists and how the fundraising task is there and all. So initially, while studying and we started to apply, in the first year, we haven't got any positive feedbacks from any investors. And while continuously doing that, we rectified few of the mistakes in making pitch decks, and after on the second year, so we had minimum 4 investors who are very keen to invest in our company actually, and it ended up we were about to select one company which is good for us. So, and fortunately, we met with good mentors like Peter, you, and we co-founded with Mr. Ram as well. So has been very supporting to us. So it's about the support that we have with it might be family, it might be the university that we case study. That entire ecosystem supported us in our journey actually. So that's made it possible to close the funding itself.
But an incredible proof point to be in such a highly technical space and amongst 800 other companies in a contest to make it into the top 20. Nice proof point, and then all the other things that go from that, just having this pylon of interesting people and supporters that provide more and more proof that this is worth paying attention to.
Thanks.
Talk us through the kind of customer growth and where you're up to today and the kind of team that you have today.
Yeah, so while starting, so we had started with 3 co-founders, myself, Mr. Muni and Mr. Ram, and in a garage we have started. And after that, we have this strong vision, right? So we have to have a proper team in place in order to scale up our company, further. So we have onboarded a good techno-commercial advisory team for our company. So I would like to mention Mr. Sriram, who is a seasoned VC. So we have onboarded them as our advisor, and also Mr. Ramki Srinivasan, who is also a global director of Ford US. So we have onboarded these kind of people with various technical and business background onto our team. And technically, so we've onboarded people with software background and electrical background, and people who are good in marketing. So we have divided 4 verticals for our company, and we have ordered good talents for our company in order to scale up and do proper prototypes and scale up faster.
Okay, that's incredible. And so that's after 4 years. What comes next?
So next, our plan of action would be make sure our tech reaches to our customers and we get proper traction in place. So that's our the next immediate step in terms of the action items that we have. And also on research purpose, we are working on hydrogen technology as well, incorporating those kind of advanced hybrid technologies in our drones. So that is also in the long run pipeline. And our vision is we want to make the drones carry more payload for longer. So that's going to be the future. And now we are working on payloads around 20 to 25 kg. And in future, our plan is to commute people. So we will be the company that makes air taxis itself. So we have a very strong vision and a strong strategic plan to get us to achieve that vision actually. So that initial traction that we are currently focusing on, which will end up taking to our bigger vision that we have in terms of Droidex.
Okay, this is incredibly exciting. I'm sure we can play with them later. I'm looking forward to that. But for anyone watching at home, who are the people that will benefit most from this right now? What kind of industries and companies, and who should be reaching out to take advantage of this?
Yeah, so for underwater robots, so we are looking for the shipping companies, dam inspections, and any underwater assets. So it needs to be routinely inspected. So these are the companies that we are looking. And for aerial drones, we are looking for farm owners and mining logistics companies, so that we can able to deploy our solutions in various these industries actually.
Beautiful. And Australian company as well, correct?
Yes, Australian. So we are setting up warehouse in Australia itself. So we want to assemble most of our drones in Australia itself, and we have technical collaboration with UWS and UTS to do lot of research. Because since this drone we can able to do a lot of AI based integrations. So we are continuously want to innovate and make sure various solutions are properly built in our drone. So in our plans, so we are focusing much more on Australian market actually, even not only on the business. So we are working on employment creation itself in Australia, and we got good interest from initial customer that we are in touch, and we have lined up proper demos and all the other things. So this just a starting that we are currently here. And with good ads, we want to showcase our product. This is the first time we are bringing our products outside for an audience outside actually, and so we are very much focused and move on. We have a clear plan as well.
Okay, beautiful. We'll do 2 more questions, then we'll go to private Q&A. How has the entrepreneurial journey changed you both?
So our entrepreneurial journey made us self-confidence level has been increased, and the working way it's increased between both of us from our bachelor's degree to the business we start up today. All the journey made us strong, and we should never give up on our dream. So our journey will be having many struggles, but still we should stay focused on our goals, and we should never. We have many opportunity for getting into jobs, but still we stick into startup and made our product into the market. So that's how the journey will be. But the success has many ups and struggles. So end of the day, you'll be glorified when you're bringing actual product into the market.
Because that's a constant struggle. Like, you would have no trouble walking into a job, working on this kind of product in an interesting context. Why do it in your own company instead of those companies?
Instead of other companies, we have to work for them. In a company where we can work for ourselves and we can build our own company, right? So we can able to give more employments instead of working for other company and developing their company. We can develop our company by working very hard.
Okay, good answer. And last question, if you could go back 4 years and tell yourself something, what would it be?
Before 4 years, so I would advise myself to be more close associated with the ecosystem. So that's more important actually. So that one advice I would take. And also we need to have a proper team in place. So that's when you have a strong vision and a proper team, then that's the best combination you need to have to scale up a company. So I think last 4 years what we have been doing is good for us, and we won't be doing much changes actually. So we are happy that we have been made this far, and we are looking to scale up further as well.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like things have gone pretty well, and I look forward to seeing them go well from here. For anyone watching at home, I'm sorry you're going to miss out on the private Q&A next, but join us every Friday at 3:30 at UTS Startups at Central. For now, join me in thanking Mohan Muni from Droidex.
Thank you, man.